Hello everybody, today I'm recording Green, Black, White, The Rock. Somebody on YouTube, somebody in the YouTube comments asked me to record a video with this, and they sent me these deck lists. So it's kind of similar to the Dead Guy Ale list I've been playing. It looks really solid, but it plays a lot more green, like for Tarmogoyf and Abrupt Decay mostly. And it doesn't play Chromox, but it plays a bit more land, only 3 wastelands. It also goes a little bit less all in on the Hymn to Turak, Lingering Souls plan, and it doesn't play Collective Brutality like you see. And yeah, that's are the slots that are getting replaced by Tarmogoyf and Abrupt Decay. And in the sideboard, they really seem to be heading against combo, with more discards in the 4th hymn, like 3 Containment Priests, 3 Surgical Extractions, and yeah, this one is not really against combo as much, although it could be against Sneaky Show. But Act of Authority, that's an interesting card that I've never considered myself. But it works like an Oblivion Ring for Artifact or Enchantment, except it won't come back after this is destroyed. And you may use it in your upkeep again if you really need to exile a second Artifact or Enchantment, but then your opponent will be able to do the same and it will get passed around the table. And yeah, other than that, there are no really strange card choices here. I mean, he only plays 3 Dark Confidant and 3 Stoneforge, but I can see that, like especially the cutting 1 Stoneforge. I did not change the list, so I'm keeping the 3 Liliana of the Veil. Like, I'm not going to try my usual split between Liliana of the Veil and Liliana of the Last Hope until I've tried out the original deck list. And yeah, main deck there is 1 Toxic Deluge, which I think is better in this deck than in Dead Guy Ale because of Tarmogoyf. Like, your Tarmogoyf will hopefully be the biggest creature on the board. Meaning, like, you can wipe everything except your Goyf. Your Landon is usually on like Dark Depths Reanimator decks, I think, and needs a bit more disruption than this hand. This is kind of okay because it has both Deathrite and Karakas. Like, we don't have green to actually exile any creatures, but we have. So I'm gonna dig to a green source, but at least we can play turn 1 Deathrite. And either Karakas' token, or like try to exile a land if we draw a fetch land for playing Hymn to Turak. And we can sort to plowshares anything that's not legendary. Like if he plays a Grave Titan or something. Close the curtains a bit more, so getting a reflection on my screen. Griselbrand, okay. That's not very nice of you, opponent. I think I want to Karakas here and eat the Unburial Rites. Like, we could opt to Swords of Plowshares it, but then we don't have an out to a Grave Titan anymore. And additionally, like, we're giving him more life so he can play another Griselbrand and draw more cards. Abrupt Decay is not the best. I may wait with the Karakas until he's like going to attack. So like he can't exhume, so like he can't cheat in something with hastes, for example. Another death right. Okay, I want to pressure his life total so he can't draw more cards with Griselbrand. But I also want to have a bigger board presence, like in case I draw a Bayou, then I can exile 2 cards every turn. I think I'm just gonna attack for 1 damage here. He's copying a swamp, sure. Either he needs 2 black mana or he wants to have 1 Thespian stage safe from my wasteland activations in case I draw 1. He's killing 1 and oh yeah, he's gonna be able to take the Swords to Plowshares. It's kind of nasty. Okay, I think if he has the reanimate, we're in a very bad spot. Yeah, or like even as like the second land for an Exhume, which is even worse. At least we get a free death right. Collective brutality is broken in this matchup. Okay. He attacks for 10 and the turn after, like, so yeah, he kills me in 2 turns. I can't kill him in 2 turns. So I need to him and hope like he discards some land so I can play Batterskull next turn. Does not. I don't think I can exile a Scrubland here, because if I do I won't be able to exile it next turn. That's a rough one. I think I'm just gonna pass for now. So next turn it attacks for 14, so gaining some life does not make a difference here. That's annoying. At least he discarded the land. So I'm gonna make it green here, and I'm gonna gain some life after all. Because next turn I can only exile the Scrubland, so it doesn't matter. Oh, that's... Actually I can use it to block the Grave Titan. And it will buy me at least a turn. Though, if I block with the Death Right, then I can cheat in Stoneforge Batterskull next turn. I think I'm gonna do it like that. That's only I can be 100% sure to cheat in the Batterskull, although he will deal enough damage to... Oh yeah, he's even got the Thoughtseize. Yeah, like even if I could cheat in Batterskull, I would not gain enough to survive, I think. This one was a little bit too late. So yeah, I'm actually dead here. That's kind of unfortunate. Containment Priest seems good except against Marit Lage. I'm not sure about Hymn to Turak because they're reanimation deck, and if you randomly make them discard Griselbrand, you give them actually an out to like you give their reanimation spell a target. Like Ethersworn Cannon is maybe too slow, but at least it will prevent the Dark Ritual into Entomb into Reanimate kind of shenanigans. Abrupt Decay seems kind of weak as well, and so does Jitte. So I probably want Pithing Needle on Griselbrand, because if he hadn't drawn all these cards, we would have been in a better position. And I need to cut one more. Maybe Lingering Souls isn't all that great. Deluge at least can get me rid of all the tokens and what's he called? The dude, the Grave Titan. Yeah, I think I'm gonna play it like this. Oh, and we can also Pithing Needle the Thespian Stage, of course, or the Vampire Hexmage. Yes, I would like to play first. I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna lead with turn 1 Deathrite, and then I can follow it up with the Thoughtseize. Like, I really need him to fetch, or I need to draw a land. But I think like this hand has too many things that I can't afford to mulligan away. But drawing a fetch land this turn would be the best. Next turn. Okay, seems like that worked. I think Savannah, because he has Urborg, Savannah will give me the most options. I'm going to Thoughtseize him, see what's going on. So I can keep open Deathrite, like I can take Hexmage and keep open Deathrite. Or I can Pithing Needle the Hexmage and take something else. Like he can't reanimate Griselbrand yet this turn, so I don't need to keep open Deathrite unless of course he top decks Exhume, then he can Exhume and make the token. So I think I still need to Pithing Needle the Hexmage. Actually that's really stupid, because then I might as well just have taken the Dark Ritual. Okay, that was a misplay. And I hope now he doesn't draw like a few more Dark Rituals to hardcast Griselbrand. So I wasteland his Dark Depths, or I wasteland his Urborg. Wasteland Urborg doesn't seem too bad here. Then I can play out, or I can play out Liliana first, see what he discards. And then, like if he discards the other land, I definitely want out the Urborg. I think I don't need the Goyf. I prefer drawing a bit more cards against this deck. Oh, he discards an Urborg. Okay. I think I still want the Dark Confidant here. Like Tarmogoyf would be a 3 and 4. But like drawing a few more discard spells or other. Maybe I could have played it safer and keep up my Deathrite for one more turn. So now he can draw a reanimation spell. That's kind of dangerous. Oh no, Lord, I don't like this. Yeah, I make a bit too many misplays here. Okay, that's reasonable. Oh yeah, now I can't protect my Liliana. Maybe I should have played Lingering Souls, but then he would have been able to draw more cards. Yeah, no, I think neither of these options would have been attractive. Yeah, playing the Dark Confidant was a bit too greedy. Hooray, we got ourselves a Merit Lage. Yeah, could have been easily avoided here. At least I've got a whole army of flying blockers. And he's gonna keep gaining lots of life, so that's not good. So I need, if I draw Caracas now, like I want to save as much life as possible by blocking to be able to draw into Caracas. But I guess that doesn't matter against Grave Titan. Let me see. Do I want, like, definitely want to kill this dude. I'm not sure if I want to block with Confident. I think I want to block with Deathrite to draw one more card this turn. That's my best out. Okay, I guess that doesn't matter here. GG. Okay. Could have played out better for me. Time for the second game. Talon 30 join the game. This hand seems okay. It has turn 1 Thoughtseize, turn 2 him or Goyf, and turn 3 Liliana. And it has Caracas, which we saw in the previous game is a pretty strong card against unfair decks. Sure. I think I want to lead off with a basic here in case they are on Grixis Delver, so they can't waste my Bayou and prevent me from casting him to Turak. He also has him, but he's shuffled. I think I still need to take the him. I may have a blue card on top, then our him will not be as great because he can force it. But I don't want to risk him drawing a. I don't want to risk him drawing a black source and hymning us first. Strix, I don't care. Here I want a Bayou, because I already have the white, and I need double black, but I also need a green source. Like, this line is pretty weak against Wasteland, because he can take us off some of our colors pretty easily. But we took the Force of Will, so Liliana is likely to resolve. But I think I want to Thoughtseize into Tarmogoyf first, because he has a bolt for... So Liliana will just be an edict for a stupid Baleful Strix. See, Goyf is a 3 and 4, so he doesn't die to bolt. Maybe I do have to take the Force. Actually, no, I'm still gonna take the bolt. If he forces my Liliana, I can still deluge for 1 to kill the Strix, so that's not a gigantic problem. A Force at least requires him to keep a second blue card in hand all the time. Oh, now he's very weak to deluge. I definitely want to deluge here. And Tarmogoyf didn't even shrink, because I added a creature and an artifact to the graveyard. I'm gonna keep my second Tarmogoyf in hand, because otherwise he could pay 6 life and deluge away both of them. So I have to go for Liliana. Although, if I plus Liliana, I have to discard my Tarmogoyf or Sylvan Library. I think Sylvan Library is the safer play. I think he can't beat Sylvan Library at this point. Because he will need to pay 6 life for this deluge, and then he's dead to my next Tarmogoyf. So he has to have a counter for my next Tarmogoyf, and then Liliana Sylvan Library will grind him out. If I draw a land, I will even play Liliana first, because he will be inclined to force Liliana, and then he's dead to my Tarmogoyf. I do not need really... Oops, that was a misclick. I wanted to click the... Because I will have to discard it to Liliana anyway if he doesn't counter it. So basically I gave him the out of burning me more easily, just by clicking the wrong button. Opponent discarded Force of Will. At least he needs to draw a removal spell this turn or he's dead. Another Tarmogoyf is good. So now he needs to kill 2 Tarmogoyfs. He does not have red up, so I could try to trick him into playing a Snapcaster already. No, I don't think that works. I think I put it on top. Like this takes care of a Snapcaster blocker, but if he has a removal spell, I want to play Tarmogoyf this turn. But I can't afford to take more damage here. So I'm gonna attack first. And I don't need to plus my Liliana yet. Because the decay may be more valuable than taking a random card from his hand. Okay. What's he gonna target? Targeting Bolt, sure. Response Decay or Snapcaster. They may be playing True Name, so I have to keep the option, like I may want Persecution against True Name, I may want Pithing Needle against Jace. So these are my options. I'm not sure Jita is that good. Maybe I only want one Pithing Needle because I have a bunch of stuff to kill Jace otherwise. Like Jita is not that great in this matchup. I don't even know if he plays True Name, so I'm gonna put in one for now. And I'm gonna cut one him to Turak because I'm on the draw. It's still reasonable against a control deck opponent. But if I'm on the draw, it's gonna be like kind of slow against them. Like I would prefer to Thoughtseize away the one answer instead of waiting one more turn to him. This hand is good. Like we can play around Blood Moon and we can Thoughtseize away these answers for Dark Confidant before we play it. Or like take a Jace, a Snapcaster, call against command. But of course he has the perfect turn 1 play. That's so I hope that won't turn out mattering too much. Okay. Our opponent has lands in his hand. That's great for us. He's unlikely to be on Blood Moon with all these. Like he did show a basic island and he has a basic swamp. So I am going to play around it, but I'm playing out the Dark Confidant first because I have 2. Like in case he has top deck the removal spell, I can choose next turn which one I really want. Oh, he actually top decks the perfect card to fix his really bad opening hand. That's the power of Brainstorm. Oh, I'm sure he shuffled away some of these lands, so I'm not gonna care about them. So basically he drew 3 free cards. Him to Turak is rough. At least I get to Thoughtseize one of his last cards and then I probably want Fire and Ice. Sort of Fire and Ice. Because he plays around quite a lot of his removal. Okay, that was a really good brainstorm for them. Our opponent has Deluge, which is kind of useless at this point. If they, unless I kill their Deathrite, then they will be likely to use it. So he brainstormed into Bolt, him, Edict, or Deluge, like 3 of those 4, and then he drew the next one. Not bad. Like, because they have Deathrite, I don't feel like it's great to wasteland them off one of their colors. But as soon as Deathrite is gone, I will probably take the red source. Because they have 3 black, or maybe actually the blue one. Sure. I think I'm going to activate Stoneforge here. Because I don't want them to draw like a blue land and click me response to the activation. Chooses black, sure. Okay. If I draw a black land now, Liliana into wasteland him will be awesome. But I don't. So I'm gonna make him regret he played Deluge 1 turn early. But I understand, I mean, he needed, like he couldn't afford me equipping the swords to the Stoneforge, attacking for 5, drawing a card, and then having to pay for life to kill it. So we can keep him off green, but that may be his least important color. Like, we can't take him off any of the other colors. But I could also waste a Volcanic to get him off double blue at least. Because of Jace, but he's probably gonna cast it right now. Jace is not great against this combination. So yeah, Fate Sealing seems okay here. Because I can't kill it straight away. Like, do I want to overextend into another? Like I can attack for 4. I think that's not useful, so I think I want to draw the extra card. This is gonna attack him, and this is gonna attack Jace. And I'm gonna redirect this damage to Jace anyway. Jace bottomed the card, but I think I still, like, I'm ahead on board, so I don't want to commit a Deathrite yet. Okay, that's not. Maybe in this situation I should have committed the Deathrite, obviously. Okay, now I can cut him off red, which seems good against Kolaghan's command. Thought this is great, because if he has Abrupt Decay, I need to attack Jace. Otherwise, in middle of combat, if I attack him to ping Jace with the sword, and he can decay the sword, that screws me pretty badly. But if he does not have decay, I can attack him and ping the Jace. But this looks like an Abrupt Decay. Yeah, it's a decay. Oh, he decays the Deathrite. That's actually not bad either. So I'm gonna play my Liliana. This also means I can use the Deathrite for mana at least. Oh yeah, I still got Thoughtseize on the stack. So I'm not sure, I think I want to keep my decay in hand here. It's more valuable against whatever he does. Now we need to draw more 1-mana creatures, because we need to equip it immediately to avoid from getting bolted or Jace bounced in case he pluses it. Yeah, our opponent is gonna get some good value out of brainstorming here. So I think active Jace beats active Liliana in general. Surgical? I don't know why he would draw step, play a black spell, except if it's surgical. Surgical, target Deathrite, whatever. That does not do a lot. Here I want to discard my decay, because with 1 mana he will only be able to play like a Deathrite, and I can make him sacrifice it in case it's necessary. Hmm. Actually taking quite a lot of damage here to my own spells. Oh, Leovold, sure, that's a good card to pitch, because it is gonna be way too slow here. But we only have 3 wastelands, so I won't be able to get him off the last mana source. He discards Brainstorm. That makes no sense to me, because he could at least dig 1 card deeper and discard the card that he doesn't want. Unless like he knows the top 2 cards and he really doesn't want to discard any of them, of course. If I ever get to Ultimate Liliana, it will probably be Jace versus like all his lands. If he has Snapcaster, that's kind of bad for us, because he will be able to start pressuring our Liliana. Lightning Bolt even. Okay. I thought he would brainstorm end of turn to get 1 more card in hand. Ooh, he does not have a... Okay, must have destroyed all his red sources. I took a Volcanic and the Badlands. That's strange. I thought these decks would play like 3 red sources. Oh, but Lightning Bolt was right next to Brainstorm, so it may have been a misclick. Let's do some deck thinning. Yeah, Jace is definitely better than Liliana in a standoff. May have kept it in hand to provoke a Thoughtseize or something. Or to keep something in hand for discarding to Liliana next turn. May have been a mistake. End of turn click. No, Snapcaster. Okay. Oh man, all I need would be just 1 creature to equip to the sword. But we already wasted quite a lot of creatures, so like he surgicaled away like 7 creatures, 8, 9, 10. So we have like 2 Stoneforge, 1 Confident and 4 Goyfs left. Like Deluge would be okay here, but it wouldn't do anything to start winning ourselves. So like a Goyf, equip it to sword. But I mean, by now he probably has like a Fatal Push in hand, or Snapcaster Push. Stoneforge is okay, but he seems to have a click. That sucks. Okay, now now I need Deluge, because he has like exactly 7 damage on board. It still dies to Fatal Push, but at least I can block the Deathray, the Snapcaster for a turn, if he does not have a remove, like a Decay or a Push. And I still die to taking 5, and then the sword can only kill one of them. And then I take at least 2 or 3 more the next turn. Okay, I should be dead now. Okay, that's a nice comeback from our opponent. Yeah, those draws coming up were not great. Maybe Jitter would have been okay here. Canonist is kind of okay against Snapcaster. Zealous Persecution would have been okay too. Like Abrupt Decay was not that great, so I can cut 1. Let's see, Vertical is good, Planeswalkers are good. Probably like this. Just adding 1 more threat. Because we need to... One more creature would have won us the game if we had it a bit earlier. This hand is good for the same reasons the previous one was. Because it has like a protection for our Confident and Liliana the turns after. By being able to Thoughtseize them. And I can fetch around Blood Moon, even though I think he doesn't have it. So I'm still gonna turn 1 Swamp, but after that I'm not gonna get basics. I think I take Brainstorm and kill his Deathrite, and hope to find an out to the chase afterwards. Like the long-term plan would have been to take the chase, but... I can still fetch basics, so I'm going to do it. I don't think there is reason why it would turn out bad for me. And this way he doesn't have black mana to push our Confident. Only top deck Black Source and have the Deluge already in hand would be a 2 for 1 here. Okay, he has the Black Source. Hopefully not the Deluge. Like if he pushes the Confident, I would be fine with it. But if he deluges, I will be very unhappy. Now I just have to avoid the chase next turn. let's see. I want to fetch a Bayou here because I don't have double white spells, but I have double black. I play Liliana first to play around Spell Pierce here. So we need our opponent not to resolve his Jace. Come on, no land. He did not click me. Oh yeah, he doesn't want it to be sacrificed. That's and I'm going to cast the sword here to avoid getting clicked, to get it clicked away end of turn. Then his click will just be a Liliana. It will just try to kill Liliana, but he won't get any more value out of it. Discarding Deathrite, sure. Sure. He's probably gonna target himself, yeah. So he loses the Jace, but maybe he has a double Jace or something. Painful Truths, alright. He does not have Fatal Push mana open, which means I can safely equip the Stoneforge, attack and kill the Vendilion Clique with the sword trigger instead of wasting my Liliana for it. And I found a perfect card to discard. There is no reason here to play my Tarmogoyf into a sweeper, because this one should be able, like, I can probably kill him next turn. Okay, maybe not anymore. But this is still 4, 8, 9, so I need one more turn to... Okay, we won our first match here. That looks a bit more promising for the next 3 rounds. after punting game 1. And next match is against you, Landon, again. At least we know what we're playing against. And this hand is acceptable. He will probably gain a lot of life. So we can fetch into Scrubland to have him to Turek mana open, and we have a clock. And this one can deal with potential zombie tokens. Like, it's not ideal, but on the play it's not the worst. Come on, opponent. Don't book our upkeep. Like, I could use this for black now, but I still want to get my Scrubland eventually. Those are not the worst cards to take out of his hand. Better than the Griselbrand. I could waste this Urborg, but then I would lose to another Urborg and Hexmage, or I think I still want to waste the Urborg. Like, this cuts off more of his options by not having any more black mana than Dark Depths, because he will still have 3 Dark Depths and he may not have any more double black. And here I want to start bringing the Tarmogoyf beats, though he's only like a 2-3, so that's not the greatest Goyf I've ever seen. Okay, it seems like Urborg was a bad idea, because he has more lands than I thought. Like, this kind of deck often only run like 16 or 18 lands, I think. So it seemed like it could be an okay plan. But it's not. Ooh, Griselbrand is annoying. He can't draw any more cards. That's good. Like, if I don't plow it here, I may draw Liliana and kill him. Or a Caracas. So I think I'm not yet gonna... Okay, now I need to plow it. So he makes a token. I can attack for, like, if he has one blocker. No, he's not going for the Dark Depths yet. That's interesting. At least he's getting a lot of life out of these turns. I want him pre-combat to grow my Goyfs potentially. And also, yeah, to take a land so he has less mana available to activate his Dark Depths. So, okay, he does have Dark Depths mana. That's unfortunate, but if I drain, I kill a zombie. No, he will still have 2 blockers. Okay. Oh, wait, he does no longer have the Urborg. Then I definitely want to kill one of the zombie tokens now. But I can still gain life in my turn once to be able to survive a Dark Depths attack. Because he will need the other zombie to block my Goyf, so he can't attack with it this turn. Okay, I think here I attack with both, because I need to kill the zombie. No, I don't. I need to play the Goyf and gain some life. Then I can attack the turn after. And I need him not to drop. Actually, Collective Brutality doesn't do anything, because he doesn't have 2 mana. Okay, the Goyf was a timely top deck. So we want all of these. Actually, I think I did not want the hymns, although it was kind of good here in the previous game. So this was the maybe pile, or the ones I can cut. Like Decay is good against Animate Dead, but I can't really rely on them having it. So I can bring in one of these, it seems. No, I need to. These are all the cards I can bring in. Maybe Batterskull is not great, so I can trim some Stoneforge. I only want Fire and Ice potentially, so I can, like, Lingering Souls could be okay as a blocker. And then Canonist seems okay-ish. And then like a hymn. Like just a single hymn could be okay. Because at least they play Dark Depths, so like him has more cards to take than against regular Reanimator, where you can only take their reanimation spells because they play more creatures and you're more likely to take a card you don't want. Oh, this is... On the play this is awesome. On the draw it may be too slow. But I can't afford to mulligan this, of course. They look like they're keeping open Entomb. But they may of course also just have Dark Depths into... what's it called? Vampire Hexmage. Like if I Thoughtseize and they have the Dark Depths Hexmage, Thoughtseize is better. But if they have 2 reanimation spells, I'm screwed. So it's... I still think I want to Thoughtseize first, because it gives me more... Like it gives me an option against both of his angles of attack. Griselbrand, sure. Okay, he did have... Oh... Okay, I got punished for taking this line. Okay, should have, if I played the cage, I would probably have won almost on the spot. Yeah, our opponent drawing a bunch of cards is not going to help me. Yeah, that's why the Dark Depths plan is so good, because if they were only on Reanimator, I would have played the cage, of course. So I want to... I still want to plow the Griselbrand. Like, at least he can't draw any more cards. And I still want to play the cage. But now he has drawn a lot of cards, so he's more likely to have found the Dark Depths. Yeah, exactly. That's at least we have some blockers for a while. Until we find a Liliana or... So we can block for 4 turns, trying to find a removal spell. Caracas would be great, because it would stop me from making more tokens in the future. Although he may just Pitting Needle Caracas. Oh, Wasteland, okay. I lose to collective brutality, killing the spirit. So I think I can't Thought Seize, but I need to flashback Lingering Souls and play the Tarmogoyf. Why can't? Oh, I can't flash it back. Okay, that's okay. That's kind of weak. All right, that's Dark Ritual or Griselbrand. I guess I take Griselbrand. So, top deck Liliana, Caracas, or maybe Swords of Plowshares, but Swords of Plowshares isn't great, giving them so much life. And this deck is pretty nasty to play against. I just want to get some more information, but I think they're the same 3 cards as I top decked the Hex Mage. Do I want to change anything? Maybe I want to play him is a bit more fine. And maybe I don't want Fire and Ice after all. Pardon me. Oh, this hand is very good. I get Bayou. Hope they don't kill the Deathrite, so I can still make white mana. Maybe I need to get Savannah then. I think I want to play it safe and get a Savannah and not be able to... No, I think I'll... Oh, wait. That was almost a deadly misclick. Like, I'm safe against turn 1 reanimation. And afterwards this one will be able to save me. And I have an out to like the Dark Depths plan. And Doom seems fine. Griselbrand, sure. Reanimate target Griselbrand. No way. Oh, they still have an Entomb. Oh yeah, but it's not Exhume. Yeah. Hexmage, Needle, Tomb, Brutality. Yeah, like if it was Exhume, they could have Entombed again in response. And like reanimated something else. Pitting Needle is fine. But yeah, it makes my Swords to Plowshares line kind of bad choice. But it also makes it more likely to cast a Liliana. So it's really just the same. Opponent does not have a land. They have Entomb, so I think I'm fine with Liliana making them discard something. Like they would be able to get something in the graveyard anyway, and at least I can grow my Goyf. Ooh, Hexmage, that's good. Makes me a bit less dead to and Liliana Wasteland together probably stop the Dark Depths combo anyway, because normally with Wasteland they have to make a token in their own turn, so I can't respond. And Liliana will mean they want to make it end of my turn, but then I have my Wasteland open. So the matchup is winnable with the right collection of cards. Like probably you need like at least 2 hate pieces in your opening hand. I'm running low on tickets, but I think the amount of value in it is currently low, so I'm keeping them for a bit. Maybe they update the treasure chests with like next week with the next ban restricted. Good about price boosters. Oh yeah, their EV is kind of low, so I don't want to crack them. Like it used to be like 230 or maybe even 270 in the beginning. So being able to get like $7 more or 7 more ticks out of my chests seems worth waiting. I think I'm gonna crack one because I'm bored. And I'm waiting for the next opponent. That does not seem great. Okay, I probably should stop doing these things, he said as he opened another one. This does not even have a rare. That's annoying. Serene Heart. Oh, why the hell would anybody want to destroy all auras? That's maybe Pauper, because there's like a Pauper bot buying them. I'll take it. So whoa. I did not expect anybody to actually play this card. So I'm not going to complain. Like it looked really bad. This looks like a typical 10-cent jank rare. It turns out it's actually playable in some format. Yeah, at this hour of the day there are usually not so many legacy players online, so the waiting time can be quite long. Oh. Yeah, on the draw, this is probably too slow, but I can't afford to mulligan away a Deathrite. Especially because I don't have surgicals in yet. Yeah, this is not going to end well. Yeah, I once played against the same player 5 times in a row in one league, and I lost all of them because it was like my worst matchup, more or less. Like I was playing Enchantress, and they were playing like Black Red Reanimator. No, not even that. I mean, it's not the worst matchup, but still, it was something I couldn't beat a single time. It may have been something similar to this, like. Opponent draw some cards. We'll probably play something so my Liliana is worthless, and if that's a Hex Mage, I need to decay it before I play Liliana. Oh, he's playing Collective Brutality. Yeah. Okay, play this, get Better Skull. Seems okay. Just to be able to get some life if I manage to kill the Griselbrand next turn. Although Jita also potentially gains 4 life a turn. And Jita at least can kill the tokens and Vampire Hex Mage, so not good. Top deck Caracas, Swords of Plowshares, Lingering Souls. Little Stoneforge, sure. Not like it matters. Oh, he's draining me, and now he's... Yeah, I'm kind of dead. Ooh, I'm still gonna Caracas him, because I can. Whatever. A little bit too late here. One turn earlier would have been nice. So I wanted, I think, all of these and all of these. I did not want a Stoneforge package. Maybe I want to leave him one Abrupt Decay for Pithing Needle. Because that almost screwed me previously. Like, I could see cutting one land here, but I need the Wasteland and I need the Caracas, so I can only cut like a basic Plains or something, or basic Swamp, because yes, Urborg. This hand is okay-ish. Like, it has Caracas, Plow and Priest, which are good. Mulligan to 6 cards. No, I'm going to keep. And I'm going to draw step here to make him think I have a surgical. Okay, if he has a turn 1, I'm kind of unlucky. Here I'm not sure what to do. I feel like fetching Bayou, playing Deathrite, keeping open Swords of Plowshares is okay. But keeping open Containment Priests seems to be even better. But I want to keep open Containment Priest with Caracas. If he manages to hardcast Griselbrand, if he has like Dark Rituals in hand, he didn't want to play out yet. Let's see what he's going to do. Here I definitely, like, this is weak to him having Collective Brutality, but I feel I want to go for Canonist first. It will, at least if he brutalities my Containment Priest, he won't be able to reanimate something the same turn. Oh, I really want to Thoughtseize him. I don't know why. Like, I prefer to playing Deathrite, just to force him to make a play here. Griselbrand, sure. Exhume does nothing. X-Mage cannot be exhumed. Okay. I could see taking the Dark Ritual because like Hexmage doesn't do anything against my Caracas on these Dark Depths, but if he draws a Pithing Needle, he can play both through my Ethersworn Canonist. So okay, I think he did not properly read Containment Priests or realize what was going on there. Yeah, my opponent did not see the Containment Priest, or he did not realize what he did. Yeah, I think I like this configuration for now. Actually, maybe Ethersworn Canonist is not good enough on the draw. Yeah, whatever. It won't make a huge difference. But being on the draw here... No, this hand is bad. Being on the draw here is very unfortunate. And I'm gonna keep this... I have to keep the Bayou for my library. But this is probably too slow. He names Wasteland, so that means he may be on Dark Depths. So either name Vampire Hexmage or Thespian Stage. I think Hexmage is quicker because he has the Urborg out. I feel like I may still want the Grafdigger's Cage, but playing Sylvan Library means I'm more likely to find an out to anything. So this leaves me open to reanimation for one turn. But if he had Entomb, he would have played it last turn, I think. Like in case he has a Thespian Stage, he can make a token now. Then I really want to dig 3 cards deep. Yes, I want to use Sylvan Library. I want to put Plains back. And I think I can put Liliana on top as well. But I don't want to shuffle it away, for obvious reasons. So I want to Cage and Deathrite. And then next turn, either Liliana or Souls, depending on what my opponent is doing. He's entombing for Reanimate. That means he just wants to throw away some dead cards. Like he probably can't beat the Grafdigger's Cage with Reanimate spells because he doesn't have Wear Tear or something. So by entombing for Reanimation and Entomb cards, he's more likely to draw his Thespian Stage. So that's a pretty good strategy. I want to put that one back. Put that one back. But I think I want to Lingering Souls first, because I won't be able to do it anymore after I discard it to Liliana. Oh, wait, that's wrong. I wanted to cast Lingering Souls here. Also, it provides some kind of a clock. While and now if he has Thespian Stage, I have a bunch of blockers. Do I want any of these over Liliana? Like, if he kills the cage, at least I have a backup plan. And they're more of a clock than the Liliana is, so I think I want to have both of them. So I play my Deathrite. I think there is no risk in attacking with both spirits, because he won't have an instant speed. I think he can't instant speed remove all the counters. And if he can, then I would be screwed, obviously. Massacre. Okay, that's not good. Exile target instant sorcery. That one, I guess. But I really want to have something flying to protect me. Or Caracas, that works. I'm still gonna put it back for now. Or if I draw it, I can play Priest and Liliana plus. Yeah, I think I want to go all in. Like, I hope he just does not have any more massacres. So I'll play Liliana. And Liliana plus Caracas should be able to protect me here. Unless he pitting needles the Caracas. Or the Liliana. He probably has to needle the Caracas. Ooh, I think he's going for Grave Titan. Or Hardcast Griselbrand. Needle Liliana, Hardcast Needle Caracas. No, okay. If he had Griselbrand, he probably had to Needle Caracas. Actually not, because then I could still make him sacrifice it. Put on top. Put on top. There's my draw step. So if I go to my first main, I want to fire this off as soon as possible. Okay, I can attack and trade, but he's ahead on life, so I may want to keep some blockers here. But I have Sylvan Library, so I'm ahead, and I think I only want to block one yet, actually. I think I'm gonna block both. I think I'm in a good enough position that the Gravedigger's Cage probably does not either, even if it gets killed, I'm still okay. Why can't I kill Lake of the Dead? Oh, it's needled. Oh yeah, okay. That makes some sense. Hexmage nasty. I may want to pardon me for coughing. I may want to draw some additional cards here just to get across this land block. Actually, Deluge is fine, so I think I can wait one more turn before before paying the life for the library, because I may need the life more later. So let's see, that's Wasteland, yeah, that one's Liliana. Yes, Hymn to Turek seems okay. He's gonna entomb to Dekthin, probably. Oh, or he's copying one of my lands. He's copying the swamp, so it can't be Wasteland, that's probably. Or just to make some more black mana and being able to sacrifice it to Lake of the Death, of the Dead. Thoughtseize does nothing. So I'm gonna put it on top of library. And I think here I'm gonna be I think I just need to dig through my locked top deck here. Those are good enough for me. I'm still gonna start with Canonists. And I can't pay any more life now because of Collective Brutality. But Canonist will make some of his more annoying comebacks with Dark Ritual and stuff. Dark Ritual into Grave Titan or something, it will disable those. Five. Oh yeah, I can use Lake of the Dead to cast Grave Titans. That's nasty. Put on top. My Goyf cannot kill the Grave Titan. That's annoying. But I think I actually lose here. So the Goyf would only save me for one turn by double blocking this. But fetch land at least lets me see a few more cards. So I think I have to risk losing to Collective Brutality. Yeah, my opponent says you see the future, so that means he probably has Collective Brutality in his hand. But even if I block Grave Titan now, I have no out to it anyway. Okay, I'm gonna concede and see what Library would have done. Library would have given me Lingering Souls, but okay. So we're 2-2, but 1-2 against the Reanimator deck that we played against 3 times. I hope we don't get paired again against him again, but I have a feeling like we're the only people online. So you're probably getting paired again. Lego Ego. People with this kind of picture usually play something degenerate, like Reanimator style decks or Storm. So I have to mulligan this either way. Oh, actually maybe he plays Elves. I think I've played against him before. So yeah, I have to mulligan this for not having any colored mana. This one is okay-ish. Now it got a little bit better. Now I prefer him to be like something like Storm than Elves, because our discard is not going to be enough against Elves. So next turn he plays Cradle, no, he plays Deathrite, then Cradle, then Visionary, probably. Like, I think I want to take Visionary and hope to take the Natural Order with my hymn, because I'm kind of dead to his fair plan anyway. So I want to. I mean, if he has Natural Order, then so be it. But I want to slow him down as much as possible. And I can wasteland his Cradle, potentially. We took the Cradle and the Hoof, not the Natural Order. So he can Natural Order for something, but I think it's not enough to kill me yet. So that's something. Yeah, that's he could have had the Hoof. Like, if he took Natural Order and Cradle, we'd be in a kind of good spot. But our opponent does not want to place Natural Order yet, to get like a random dork. Here I want Confident, and maybe I want to wasteland. I think I want to wasteland here. Just to buy as much time as possible. Because if I try Toxic Deluge, I'm fine. But him top decking Cradle, maybe we couldn't have kept that into account. And we're dead. And even if I wasted his Dryad Arbor, I think it would not have made a huge difference. I mean, he would have to sacrifice one more creature, but I would still take too much damage. This matchup, I want Containment Priest. I think I want Canonist. I'm not sure I want him. I want Cage as an extra Containment Priest, and I want Persecution. Lingering Souls seems not too great. Batterskull doesn't seem the best either. Because like they can block it and then bounce the creature they're using for blocking. Maybe I'll... No, actually I need to cut more cards. So like this. Actually I don't really like Goyf too much either. Liliana of the Veil is not great. Maybe actually him is better than Liliana. So I'm gonna take this random pile. This is awkward. No double black. But I can decay their turn 1 play. And I have Stoneforge for Ejite. On the draw I think this would be bad, but on the play I want to try and make it work. I'm not going to fetch yet, because if I fetch a Scrubland here, I'm slightly less likely to draw a Scrubland, like a second Scrubland for my Hymn to Turak. So I don't actually want to be deck thinning. Here it's a difficult choice whether I want to start digging for my Jite or if I want to take as many cards from his hand. I think I have to be proactive and get the Jite. Because if I go for him and I don't hit, like if the 3 cards he's left with are like Glimpse and some creatures, for example, then the him did nothing. That's like one of the reasons I don't like him in this matchup, because all their cards are very small and not so powerful. So taking 2 like 1/1 creatures is not like what you want to be doing. Like you need to take specific important cards like Glimpse or Natural Order. Maybe he only has 1 land because he needed to replay it. Now Quirion doubles his Deathheart activations, so I feel like actually I think I need to keep Containment Priest open here. But I'm also doing it with a forest and not a wasteland, so I can Abrupt Decay if it's necessary. Sure. It looks like he's going either for Natural Order or a Green Sun Zenith if he wants this much mana. So I'm not gonna decay the Deathrite in response. Oh, he fails to find it. Yeah. He could have taken like a Deathrite or something he doesn't want to draw. Just to thin his library. But I guess that doesn't really matter. So I can play Jite, equip and start attacking. Or I can decay. I think I want to decay his Deathrite. Actually, there are no more lands in the graveyard, so his Deathrite does nothing. So yeah, I want to start. I just want to start getting Jita counters. So if he does not play a creature, I can him and then equip Containment Priest and start attacking with it. Because he can't block it, because I can make it a 4/4. Okay, that's annoying. Like he will get 3 free mana here. Oh, his Visionary, sure. I'm not killing anything until I know what he's gonna do with his mana. Like Nettle Sentinel means if he plays another. Actually, Nettle Sentinel still doesn't do anything until he has like a 3rd elf. So I can wait with killing the Heritage Druid for now. So he can't. I can make it a 4/4. So he can't profitably block it. And he has 2 cards in hand, so him is better than Thoughtseize, of course. The Druid needs to go now. Okay. I can keep the other counters depending on what he wants to do with his... like if he plays the Wirewood Symbiote, I want to kill the Visionary. But otherwise, I want to keep the counters available. I don't want to fetch yet, because it will turn on his Death Rights. He does have a land. I can kill both Death Rights, but I don't want to lose all my counters. So I can decay a Death Right, kill the other one with counters. And then I can either play Confident or Shite. Okay, it doesn't matter. I don't know why I didn't bring in the Canonists, because they look kind of okay. Maybe they're better than him. Him was not so great. Especially on the draw. Okay, we need to win this game to make back the ticks we spent on the league. Last game of the video, it's a mulligan. If you also had like a black source instead of like the Goyf, it would have been a great hand, but we can't hope top decking it, because like the chance is only 1 in 3 I think, maybe a bit more. This is okay because of the scry, like at least you have a turn 1 play and we can scry to a second land. And our opponent melts to 5, so Thoughtseize plus him could be very strong. Our opponent is taking a long time to think about his scry. That's interesting. Oh yeah, I want to put it on top. I want a scrubland here, and Green Sun Zenith is the most dangerous because he can get Heritage Druids on this turn. And then next turn he could do some crazy stuff. And now Hymn to Tourach will be very good if he does not play out anything. Like it will be our 4 cards in hand against his 0 cards. We have everything we need to control the board. So he would need some really good top decks here. I discard though a Glimpse. That's good because then any 1-mana creature top deck would have been strong for him. He's going for the Tried Arbors. No, he's not. Then I would definitely use this as a blocker, and then Zealous Persecute to kill like the whole board. Oh, actually, it does not untap, so it does not matter. And I feel like Liliana is the strongest play here. Because I can kill his creature without, like, he can fetch Dried Arbor and sacrifice it, but then he won't have Natural Order up next turn. And I'm gonna attack here because I don't care if he fetches and blocks. But like, even if he has like another land and a Natural Order, it does not really do anything on him if he has no other creatures. And I don't want to discard any of these cards, except maybe Confident, so I don't mind him killing Liliana either. Because the Dried Arbor is exactly what I wanted him to fetch, because it will make my Zealous Persecution stronger, or my Toxic Deluge. And I think I need to go for Jita here and not attack, because if he fetches a second Arbor and blocks me, I won't be able to equip any creature next turn. I'm still weak to him fetching Dried Arbor, top decking a land, and playing Natural Order. Then he will have like a 3/3 Dried Arbor and a 7/7, what's it called? 7/7 Great Wolf Behemoth. I'm losing a lot of life here. I think I want to start getting some counters. And I'm still gonna waste him here, because I don't want him to block me for now. Like, I want to keep his Confident alive, if possible. Because I am not drawing any more lands. Although, of course, sacrificing the Wasteland will mean even drawing lands will not get me to 4 mana, because I sacrificed it. And Jite with counters on should usually be game over here, unless he has like some really crazy sequence of plays. Oh yeah, he's going to natural order. Maybe for a Rex Sage. Because anything else will not... Ooh, Progenitus. And I already used my Liliana. I am a stupid idiot. I need to draw a land and Toxic Deluge here. And then save, gain me some life. Oh yes. I'm gonna gain me some life. It's gonna be close. After all. See you, Savannah. Alright. I am now dead to anything, basically. Like if he can natural order into Behemoth next turn, I'm dead, for example. So I think I keep my Persecution and my Abrupt Decay open. But wait, if I play Decay now, like if he... I think I need to decay this now. Because if otherwise he can still use it for natural order next turn. And my decay won't do anything. I think I want to use him here instead of developing my own bird. Ooh, 2 natural orders. That's definitely the right choice, because now he has only one of them potentially left. And if he would draw any creatures, now he could... Actually, he would only have... He would be 1 mana short. But he would be very close to just playing a creature, and before I can kill it, turn it into a behemoth. Okay, because I have Swords to Plowshares, I can now safely deploy a creature. I probably want Stoneforge into Sword or Batterskull. Actually no, I want Canonist first to protect me against playing a creature and ordering it straight away. I think I have to play very carefully if I'm at 1 life. Gravedigger's Cage turns off some cards in his deck. He does not have black mana to kill Canonist, so I may feel safe tapping out. Like he doesn't have, I mean, he does not have black mana for decay on Canonist, Jite or Cage. Pardon me, so it's unlikely to get a Behemoth next turn. So I think I want to start getting Jite online. And he's dead next turn. So the safe thing would be to keep open like both Persecution and Swords to Plowshares. So I'm not going to overextend here. I have 4 counters. I think I can afford to lose 3 of them. Of course, if he plays something like Swords of Plowshares, which I don't think Elves does, then it would be a waste of counters, but... Ooh, he does play something white. Okay, GG. Like, if we had not faced Reanimator so many times, we might have had an even better score in the end. But it's not like we beat the Reanimator deck one time, and we beat all the fair decks, so I think it's a solid list, and I may play it again in the future. And if you wanna check out the list again to play it yourself, that's this one, which top 4th in a Channel Fireball 86 player tournament. So that's solid. Okay, see you for the next video.